has been an awakening. Have you felt it? The dark side. And the light.
Hey YouTubers, it's Charlie. I hope all your brains have just melted, but this is going to be my breakdown of the Star Wars footage. So I'm also announcing the winner of my first weekly Star Wars giveaway is just an Amazon gift card. All you have to do to enter is be a subscriber and leave a comment on this video. So the first thing is the voiceover. I know it sounds like Benedict Cumberbatch, but I think it's Max von Sydow. We only see a couple of the cast members, but it's all about the new Force-sensitive characters waking up to the Force like Luke Skywalker in Episode 4. Which is funny because John Boyega here looks like he's a stormtrooper on Tatooine looking for that soccer ball droid. These are not the droids you're looking for. It also implies that he's one of the good characters. I like the idea that someone from the Empire is going to become a good Jedi, and it makes it possible that someone from the good guys, one of the rebels, is going to wake up to the dark side of the Force. This Dark Jedi at the end of the trailer with the lightsaber, also probably one of the new younger cast members, but I don't think we're going to find out who it is until we get more footage. Definitely not till right before the film. They might even hold that to their vest to the very end. I have seen a few of the rumors that I think are a little bit better about the arc of the film and who some of the characters are. I'll talk about that during a spoiler section at the end of this. The next thing we notice, obviously, the modified John Williams score. There are special trailers, and then there is this. Normally, trailer music is taken from finished cuts of the film or just general stock. Bringing Star Wars back, such a huge deal that they went one step further and had John Williams record special music just for this trailer. He's scoring the entire film, but the trailer music is just a one-off thing. Like it's just a slightly modified version of his original score. It's basically the same cue from Luke Skywalker getting ready to jump into the Sarlacc pit from Return of the Jedi. So just think of this as like Sarlacc pit music. I like that implication that the new movie is like the Sarlacc pit. We're getting ready to jump into the mouth of new Star Wars films and slowly be digested over the course of like the next 6 or 7 years. Here's a pretty awesome shot inside an Imperial troop transport. The Stormtrooper helmets look just like the concept art that leaked earlier this year. I think the reason they changed this is just to account for 30 years of innovation and to make them look a little bit more practical. Just more streamlined. They even updated the blaster rifles here. Look how shiny. Ooh. A lot of this I think is just to make it pop on screen. The old ones were this dull black color. You know, of course, they're totally going to be selling all this stuff as toys before the movie comes out. It's going to be a very shut up and take my money kind of situation. Here's another one of the new cast members. This is Daisy Ridley. Also, a lot of rumors about her character, who she's playing, the implication that she's one of the rebels, like she's one of the good guys. The X-Wings we've already seen, you know, along with the helmets and the uniforms, also slightly modified just to pop a little bit more on screen, just like the Stormtroopers. And again, the change in the design of the ships, probably just to account for 30 years of innovation. I can't tell which planet it is that they're flying on. They spent a lot of time in the movie filming on a lake that was doubling as a very famous planet that we haven't seen in the movies yet. If It's a Trap rings any bells, just think in that direction. But the clip clears up any questions about what the relationship of the Empire and the Rebellion are, you know, both relatively intact, still fighting against each other. I don't know how they're going to explain the aftermath of the Battle of Yavin, but it seems like in this timeline, that was not like the huge blow to the Empire that it was in the expanded universe. Like the period after when the Thrawn novels started to pick up was kind of the beginning of the New Republic era. And yes, there won't be any New Republic in the new trilogy. It'll still be Empire versus Rebellion. Then we get to this really interesting part with the Sith Warrior. We don't know which planet this is, but really it's the lightsaber we need to talk about. The new Rebels cartoon series also introduced a lightly modified lightsaber with the Inquisitor. Since Episode 7, something of a beginning of new Force-sensitive characters, I don't think we're going to be seeing a whole ton of Dark Jedi with modified sabers. Darth Maul, Rule of Two, he had the double hilt, so this might just be the latest Sith affectation. I actually think is really cool. I mean, it definitely invokes imagery of like a traditional broadsword, and the updated CG on the energy blade makes it look like it almost has trails of fire spitting out. That's actually what drew my attention the most. It makes the lightsaber seem like a much more violent weapon. less like a big glow stick, which is kind of funny if you know how they did the effects for the original lightsabers, just with like the spinning motors and the mirrors. Millennium Falcon, of course, looking badass as always. Notice that they've finally repaired the deflector dish. That's actually the most notable thing to me, aside from the fact that it's flying around in the atmosphere of what looks like Tatooine. I think there are a couple reasons they included this shot. One, because it looks cool against the blue sky background, and two, it's a little more scientifically accurate, the way it's maneuvering inside atmosphere versus space. The original trilogy was criticized a little bit for the way it portrayed space battles. One of the few series I've seen that tried to do accurate space battles and with the way physics are and the way ships move around in space is Battlestar Galactica, the Ronald D. Moore series. So it just looks a little bit cooler flying around in Tatooine atmosphere, and it's scientifically accurate. Plus they can add these little air trails here. The TIE fighters it's fighting look relatively the same, and all the sound effects also sound the same. If you've been watching the new Rebels series, like they use all the classic sounds just like they should be. It would be blasphemous if they didn't. Just to talk about, new trailers, new footage, they'll probably be showing off the first full trailer at Celebration next year as like a convention exclusive, and then they'll totally post it online. I know everyone wants something special for Star Wars Day on May the 4th too. Since that's so close to Avengers 2 being released, Disney will definitely take advantage of that. I mean, overall, the big takeaway from all this is just the tactile look of the universe. J.J. Abrams made this big deal to do as much real creature and practical effects as possible. Don't be fooled though, I mean, there's still going to be a shitload of CG, but because it's so good now, they can use it to make it look like the dirty, lived-in, steampunky original trilogy. Overall, I'm not really expecting to get any official information about the characters, at least until Celebration, but that's only a couple months away, so we might learn about a few of the characters. Disney's keeping as much of this as close to the vest as possible, which I totally love. I mean, never again are we going to go into a new Star Wars film knowing absolutely zero about the characters in the story. It's just going to be a little bit more exciting, I think. By the time we get to episode 8 and 9, we'll know who some of the characters are. We'll kind of know what the story is. The movie itself is going to be out December 18th next year. Star Wars itself is moving from like a spring franchise to winter, so all these films are going to be winter films. So now I'm going to talk just a little bit about a couple of the rumors about the film so far. These are all rumors, but I'm still going to put this spoiler tag up just while I talk about it, just in case. So here we go. So talking about rumors, first is Star Wars Rebels. Supposedly that's only going to run for a couple more seasons. It's already been greenlit for season 2. But after that ends its run, we're going to get a new cartoon series that will run concurrently with the new trilogy. So we'll have a cartoon that'll take place while the new films are taking place. I'm really excited about that. I mean, I love Rebels. It's a lot of fun, even though it's a little bit harder for me to get videos out just because there's so many other things happening right now. But hopefully at Celebration, they'll make some sort of announcement about that new cartoon series. Talking about episode 7 rumors though, the biggest is that this is going to be a film all about the Force itself, about the cosmic Force, as well as midichlorians and the way people connect to the Force. Like the multiple different aspects of the Force itself. Like imagine a whole film where the Force itself is the main character. Supposedly the idea is that in the wake of episode 6, Luke Skywalker becomes the sole receptacle for the Force. Not in like a literal sense, but it starts to drive him mad. He starts to get crazy visions like Paul Atreides, Leto Atreides, God Emperor Dune type style, and kind of goes off into seclusion. And so the whole movie, like the protagonists and the Empire are looking for him. The other really big rumor is that supposedly one of the good characters, like someone he knows might be related to, is going to wake up to the dark side of the Force, and he's going to try and take them down because of future visions that he has. It's like a sort of reverse original trilogy arc, whereby he learns about a new character, like a new child, waking up to the dark side, might become a Dark Jedi. So it puts the heroes, it puts like the original cast members in opposition to each other just a little bit. Again, just a rumor, but pretty big rumor. Really, I'm mostly excited about the idea of them deepening the lore of the Force. If you watch Clone Wars Season 6 as well as the Lost Missions, they get a lot into Force lore, so it's actually pretty exciting. If you haven't, you should totally check those out. Congratulations to the winners of my first weekly Star Wars giveaway, Destiny McDonald and Nathan H. Please contact me on my channel for details. I need some communication info so I know where to send the gift cards to. You both win $20 Amazon gift cards. And again, I'm just going to be doing a weekly Star Wars giveaway. All you have to do to enter that is be a subscriber, leave a comment. I'll just announce new winners every time I post a new Star Wars bonus video. And again, since I'll be doing bonus movie videos, feel free to leave requests in the comments below. Just a quick reminder, new mobile links up here. In case you're on your mobile phone, you can just click. It's the same as the links that I have over here. But click here for all my Star Wars bonus videos, and click here to learn all about the new Game of Thrones Telltale game that's coming out next week. Thank you so much for watching. So let's all high five. I will see you guys tomorrow.